So apparently if you're building something for 9 to 12 hours and you have it video recording, you just lose the recording.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're over here. We're at one of our, as we say, one of the old Jack locations, preferably Bart Sr. And yeah, right there, there's the man, the myth, the legend. So we're building some cabinetries. We had footage of all of the cuts, but yeah, after like apparently 9 hours, my phone, which records all this lovely stuff, decided to say, you know what, F that, I'm deleting the footage. This is all we got. So
I didn't.
We'll get
That's
you a little
the air
bit of
from
video
last
we got.
night.
So, Mr. Bard, walk us through the materials we've cut and have so far.
A lot of it. So yesterday we did about 10, 12 hours worth of drawing out and cutting. I drew everything into the handy dandy sketchbook. So that's going to be the middle cart, obviously minus the drawers and his mini fridge. Fancy schmancy. Gonna have 2 mobile carts is what we're actually assembling right now with the flip top back. And the chop saw cart, which we put together last night.
Oh, you should show how well that one works because it's already done.
Oh, yes. And that should be what it looks like at the end.
That's what we're aiming for. But go ahead and let's, well, we got some boards in front of it.
Yeah, it's a reveal.
But this is our components. This is actually really good wood. It's birch. It is probably some of the smoothest stock wood we have that we've ever found down here. And mind you, we're down in SoCal for the days. But this is the mobile cart, which it has 2 of these wings, one here and one's over here. Oh yeah, and watch this. Bam. So it is mobile, it can move. And then when ready to work, hold on, sorry about that sunlight. It's really bad.
Also has a huge storage drawer, which will put the glides in there.
Yeah. And right now, that's what we're only missing is there's no glides that hold it from just falling forward. Or sorry, tilting downward when it comes out. But that's okay.
That's going to be added later. Scrap.
Yeah. Definitely something added later.
Want to do the chop saw bit.
So the beautiful part we had about this is when the wings come out, which was beautiful, there's 2 chop saws. One needs, you know, a footer on it because it's just a 3/4 inch drop.
And let's lock the wheels.
Oh yeah. And we made sure when this got designed, he made sure, and even with my suggestion, was to ensure that every wheel down there has a lock. No matter where you're at, if you gotta lock it, just find the nearest wheel, lock that sucker down. But look at that beauty. It locked in.
Hell yeah.
You know.
Zippity doo dah.
Zippity.
You're off to the races. And then these carts are actually going to be the same height as this. So if he is cutting anything from a 4-foot board to a 25-foot beam, you can put a mobile cart way out here, mobile cart way out there. Everything's supported. He can cut it. Nothing's going to fall. He can do everything by himself if need be.
And that was the engineering design of it. These are going to have a flip back hinge on the rear or top. Even though he's standing by the front, this is the back. The back side's going to have a flip up where when needed, this can flip up and add a little bit of backspace to it, you know, so that way you can do a little bit of extra work, have those extra pieces. So that is actually what, that's the bottom, right? Yeah, that's the top, that's the bottom.
That's the bottom. It's missing the shelf because we want to make sure it's customized to what he wants to put there. Yeah. Or I put in some holes and then make it adjustable.
Yeah.
With pins. And there is the beautiful top right there. Glue that down, pop it, and that's basically done. We can move on to the next one. And there'll be an 8-inch shelf in there. Which,
see, I really do wish that, you know,
it's over there.
You could emphasize through a video how smooth these boards came from the lumber mill.
Honestly, if you...
It is crazy how smooth they are.
If you look and get the right angle, you can see the shiny.
Oh yeah, it's got a sheen to it.
These are cabinet grade 3/4 inch plywood.
There you go.
And they are slightly oversized to eliminate any issue of kerf, which is the width of the blade when you cut, which is something very important if you're doing high precision work.
Which, mind you, as a rule of thumb goes, measure twice, cut once. Even
then say damn it and cut again.
Yeah. But for us, he was starting to sketch all of the pieces out, and I go, did you double check the overall size? He goes, well, it's always 4 by 8. He double checked it. Lo and behold, it was a good idea to do, and not just assume that your stock material is the size they say. This one actually was wider.
48.5 width, 96 3/4 long.
Yeah, pretty big. All right, guys, so we're going to try and make this, what's left of this video, we can make a little short. We're going to time lapse you guys with one of our lovely songs. I'm thinking we might go with the old Jack song on this one because we're at one of our old Jack places.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Of course, as we like to say, sit back, enjoy the ride while we play you some AI-generated music because the goblins like to find it.
Down in the gulch where the goblins play, with pipes that rattle and roofs that sway, there's a cove of wonders, a craftsman rare. He mends the world with his steady care. Goblin Gulch, where the saw blades sing, where the hammers dance and the wrenches cling. If it's broken, he'll make it cost a cheer. Call old Jack from Goblin Gulch Repair. The stove belches flame and the fridge won't hum. The clock's out of sync, makes your kettle glum. But Jack's got hands like the turning tide, fixing what's lost with a grin wide-eyed. Goblin Gulch, where the saw blades sing, where the hammers dance and the wrenches cling. If it's broken, he'll make it cost a cheer. Call old Jack from Goblin Gulch Repair. He don't sell promises, his tools do the talk. With a lantern glowing, he'll mend your clock. Each house in the hollow holds tales he's sown of a man with a talent rarely known. The shadows watch as he takes his stand. In the daytime hustle, a helping hand. For the gullies and hills built by despair have hope now bright from his dogged repair. Goblin Gulch, where the saw blades sing, where the hammers dance and the wrenches cling. If it's broken, he'll make it cost a cheer. Call old Jack from Goblin Gulch Repair. Call old Jack from Goblin Gulch Repair. The stove belches flame and the fridge won't hum. The clock's out of sync, makes your kettle glum. But Jack's got hands like the turning tide, fixing what's lost with a grin wide-eyed. He don't sell promises, his tools do the talk. With a lantern glowing, he'll mend your clock. Each house in the hollow holds tales he's sown of a man with a talent rarely known. The shadows watch as he takes his stand. In the daytime hustle, a helping hand for the gullies and hills built by despair. Have hope now bright from his dogged repair. Goblin Gulch, where the saw blades sing, where the hammers dance and the wrenches cling. If it's broken, he'll make it cost a cheer. Call old Jack from Goblin Gulch Repair.
Not too shabby.
All right. So that's one mobile cart done. And with that board right there on top, it makes it perfectly level with the table saw. You could put some really massive pieces on this thing now. And to get better, there's a second cart that is right there that's getting ready to match in its own finish. Oh yeah, and then of course, just like the other one, bam. Small side hidden away, mounts right up.
Another.
That is a work, that is a thing of beauty.
Look at that.
Oh yeah.
And if you make another one that's the full length of this, shoot.
It's a lot of good options there. A lot of good
Very
options.
versatile.
Awesome, looks
Okay.
great. All right, everybody. So, as you saw in the photo, it is now done, at least as done as we can do. We did run short of time, and we do have to go. So, it looks good, nice and solid, a little bit of old, a little bit of new. But thanks for tagging along with us. You know, see you guys on the next one. Take care.
Yeah.
It's busted, bent, for worse, for wear. Goblin Gulch will always be there.